I'm doing a video a bit out of the norm. I wanted to express some feelings that I'm getting that it's super hard for me to talk about. And I know I've talked to some friends about it, but it's like I feel like I need to talk about it here because I need to know if there's other creators. I'm sure there are plenty other creators who feel the same, but I'm doing a sort of a shift on my channel. And if you're new, you might not realize it because you're obviously new. But I'm doing a shift of, even though it's similar content, still fitness, still dance related, I'm targeting a specific audience. Now, I don't know if that's my ideal specific audience, but I feel like those are the people that I talk to. It's been rough, like figuring this out and, being a whole content creator. We all want to be like that one creator, Dash, I believe her name was. Now, I did step out of my comfort zone a little bit more this 2 months, I believe it is. Making a little bit more sassy-ish dances, and I'm going to put it like that because I don't know what words I can actually say out loud on YouTube without getting demonetized. Even though my content is specifically for adults, it is not for kids. I still wanted to make it clear. With that said, sometimes that does bring a little bit of worry because the way I'm approaching it might not be appropriate, if that makes sense. But the point of the videos is you do it however you feel comfortable, if that makes sense. So for example, like the latest video that I put out was the Christmas one. And that one, I already know, some people kind of gave me the side eye for it, specifically certain people who are close to me. And it kind of hurts because it's like all you want is really just support from your loved ones. But you're not always going to get the approval, is what I'm trying to say. That's something that I realized and something that I'm still fighting. So I'm trying to make a rule for myself. This is what happens when you have the ADHD. I think there's bamboo over here. I'll show you guys later before I walk out. So basically it's just that. It's just, I feel like a lot of the times when I care so much about what people say about me, especially the ones that I love and care for, who are close to me, it kind of holds me back. And I told myself I need to stop doing that because I'm already in an age that I'm like, you only live once. Now, am I saying that, because people are gonna probably think they're gonna or say or whatever about me because of what they're seeing right now. So they think that I'm just crazy or whatever because I'm doing all these sassy, sexy dances and stuff. But I've always technically been that way. It's just a fear that I've never really shown it as much because one, I was super insecure about my body for years. Secondly, it was frowned upon because, XYZ, the way I was raised and everything. But I'm in a time in my life that I feel like I'm not doing it for attention. I can't stop anyone who will admire or find it attractive. I'm saying it because I'm not doing it for the men. Unless, they want to do those type of dances themselves, which, usually is men part of the LGBT, which that is completely fine with me. And even if they're not, and they still enjoy those type of dances and they want to try it themselves, by all means, I do not mind. I just want you, at the end of the day, to have fun, feel good, and build up confidence with the dances. So my point on all my dances are, one, I did it for me to start. I did it for me because I didn't find anything that I liked on YouTube before. This was years ago. Obviously, until I found certain creators and I was like, oh, I guess there are other creators that do this. And not only that, but there's not a lot of, women who aren't, or men, actually, it doesn't even matter, in bigger bodies that I see doing this. And if they are, I don't know if the YouTube algorithm is just not showing them to me. But yeah, I started off to do it for me, and now I'm doing it for other people who are like-minded, that want to find videos that they can feel good, learn new dance moves, and will probably become confident and probably a little stronger. Because sometimes going to the gym, people are just go to the gym. Yeah, But it's not possible for some people, not only because of financial reasons, it could be anxiety, or simply they just don't like the gym environment. And I do not blame them. Sometimes what I do, I just tell people just take group classes, because even though it's not like focused working with a personal trainer, it's still a form of exercise. You'll have fun, unless you don't like group settings, then I understand. So you just do that at my home. So that's why I do these for free online, because it gives me space to create things, be creative, come up with new choreography, because I'm also trying to become a better dancer myself. I'm taking dance classes, not all the time, but I'm taking a jazz technique class right now. But jazz technique classes, because I've never taken any like jazz technique classes. I've taken jazz funk. So it has like, it's kind of like a mixture of jazz and like heels and all that and hip hop. But jazz technique classes, I'm taking a 3-week course right now, which is, I really like it. So with that said, I'm trying to learn more as a dancer, but I'm also want to show you guys what I'm learning. I've taken also an interest for some reason into burlesque dancing. Never done it, like, well, I wouldn't say never. I've taken like burlesque choreography before, like years ago. One of my former dance teachers, she gave a few burlesque choreographies before, but to actually like techniques, like the foundation techniques, I learned it from one specific YouTuber that she's actually a burlesque dancer herself. But I really enjoyed her content. She had like a 101 burlesque foundational moves, which I thought it was phenomenal, because I'm like, this is like very similar to jazz, very similar to heels. And if I learn these techniques, I feel like I can implement them to my dance fitness choreography. With that said, I do still want to keep it like sassy, sexy, but every once in a while I will add other things to it, like a little bit of hip hop, maybe some Latin style in there, because at the end of the day, I'm Dominican, so I will need to bring some of my Dominican side of me in there somehow, and then like experiment with other things. But what I really want at the end of the day is for you to enjoy it, and I need to know if you are enjoying it, because if you're not telling me down in the comments, if you're not liking the videos, if you're not watching all the way, how am I supposed to know? Though that's the thing that I asked for. Just watch it. Even if you don't do it, even if you don't do the whole thing, it's just like 2 minutes of the video that you do. Even if you have to rewind like 100 times to get a part, even if you just sit down to watch it and you're not actually like watching it, let it run is what I'm asking you. Just let it run. Binge watch if you need to. Obviously you have to enjoy the content for that, but like, I need the feedback. I need to know. I know this video is kind of all over the place, and I really started with this feeling, but it's like there's so much I want to express. My loved ones not really approving on what I want to do, but I feel like at this point I'm like, I want to do it, because I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to be gone. I don't know if things change tomorrow. So I'm like just enjoying myself now, and I hope someday I do have that type of freedom of just do what I want. I hope my kids also get a career they enjoy and have some sort of financial freedom. That way my husband can retire and all that, or we can retire from like actual work. I know that sounds like a whole big process, but it's like, I believe that it's possible. It's gonna take time, but also I have to stop putting myself on hold, because every time I start feeling doubtful. And yeah,